We're going to get you out here well before the top of the hour. Give you guys enough time to get those bets in for the primetime games. And that's what we do here on the drive-thru Monday through Friday here at 6 p.m. Eastern Time. It's our live free sports picks for the games beginning at 7 p.m. Eastern Time and later. And to deliver those winners are professional handicappers over at Pick Dogs and Sports Chat Place. Let's take a peek at who's on the show with us for today. With us is Brian Bitler. Mills Young here with us today. We got Zawacky, Jay Briggs, got David Racey, and James Clark. And here's how the lineup for this evening. We have Bitler, Racey, Briggs, Young, Clark, Zawacky. Then I will close this one out. All right, baseball on the board. Limited schedule today, right? Baseball, we got a single here from college football. I know there's a CFL out there. We'll get some peripheral segment with Rod. And, of course, we're heading into an NFL weekend as well. We're not too far away from Thursday night football, NFL. There's only one midweek FBS game. That's the Friday night college football. Everything here will be on Saturday, so a big Saturday card. Let's get this week started. Let's go ahead and welcome in Brian Bitler. We'll catch him over at Pick Dodge Prim, where he's put up some fantastic numbers. Let's bring in Brian right now. Brian, what's happening?
I tell you what, I'm looking forward to this week. Definitely was an up and down weekend for me, but 6-2 start to college football. Can't really complain too much about that, but ready to start a new week with some new winners.
New week with some new winners indeed. And here we go tonight. Phillies hitting the road here to face the Padres. The Padres are favored here at minus 118. The total in this one is coming in here at 9.5.
Yeah, for me in this one, I'm going to roll with the San Diego Padres tonight, late night over my hometown Philadelphia Phillies. Phillies got that big win yesterday in Milwaukee, but then before that they had lost 3 games going into that one, 3 straight. This Padres team, really no room for error here. I think they finally woken up, 3 straight wins, and really it's do or die for him down the stretch. Rich Hill goes for the Padres, and he's been really less than effective since joining the San Diego Padres. But the Phillies versus lefties don't really hit their best. 258 as a team versus lefties this season. I think this powerful Padres lineup is going to push that streak to 4. I'm going to take San Diego on the money line tonight.
All right, I got Brian here on the Padres here, the minus 121 here against the Phillies. Yeah, an interesting note here. Looking as we head into the month of September, of course, the Phillies are in a spot here where they're going to chase Atlanta. They're pretty much going to be locked into a wild card. So this is a team we don't want to ride them into the playoffs yet, but they pretty much know their fate. So it's interesting to see how their motivation is, as it's this really tough battle here to try to catch Atlanta.
Yeah, for sure. I don't think the Phillies are going to be able to catch the Atlanta Braves here. They just need to settle into that wild card spot. And meanwhile, San Diego does have one of the best team ERAs in baseball. And I think if they could just get through 5 with Rich Hill, get some runs on the board, I think they should be good in this one. And Padres, I think a lot of people are going to lose their jobs if they don't make the playoffs.
Yeah, that's 65-73. This was the division winner last year that beat the Dodgers. Had the Phillies a little bit, but they got run out toward the end of the series there. Matter of fact, the Phillies have owned the Padres a few games, right, head to head.
Yeah, for sure. The Phillies have had the Padres number.
6 or 7.
I've seen West. Yep, 6 or 7. But I think we're going to start to see Phillies play to the back of their baseball card, which is I'm not sold on the Phillies just yet. I think the Padres, if they do sneak in the playoffs, may be worth a futures play.
Yeah, it's going to be a really interesting sneak job there, because they got a lot to work on.
But a long way to roll.
They got a long way to roll there. It's been a disappointment, no doubt here. And there we go here with Brian on the Padres, minus 121 here against the Phillies. This one have a start time here of 6:40 Eastern Time. All right, Brian, let's take a look over at Pick Dog for tonight's action. Of course, we have a few here on the board from baseball. We also have the college football game here. Head into a huge week of action. College football, NFL, full week as well. Baseball, you see Brian's fantastic numbers in baseball this year. Past 30 days, all sports combined, also 1,056 years of profit. Great start to college football. What do you have going over at Pick Dog's Premium?
Well, just one premium play left on the board, but it's my titanium play in college football. I'm 11-5 last 16 titanium plays in college football, off to a 6-2 start. So if you want my best bet, head on over to pickdogs.com, pick up that titanium play. Long-term 212, 167-1. That's a 56% hit rate on the last 380. So make sure you guys check that out. Also have my NFL premium play for Thursday up and ready.
That's right, guys. Got on board with Brian Bitler over at Pick Dogs Premium. You see the great results from Brian, showing positive reviews here for the year. Great college football, great in baseball, and of course, last 30 days, over 1,000 units of profit. Good time to go with the long-term passes, the way Brian's rolling. You've seen Brian here for a long time here on the shows. Why don't you get that 1 month pass, get all of Brian's plays for 30 days. That's all the NFL, college football for the next 4 weeks, plus all his baseball. This will take you right to the beginning of the end of the regular season. With that 1 month pass. That's right, because we end the season here in early October as we hit those final series here as Major League Baseball is coming to an end fairly shortly. So we may even get a wild card playoff game in there with that 1 month pass. Use the promo code PICK at checkout. You'll save that 15% off. Add a second capper with the 2-point cap promotion or more. Even greater value there. All right, Brian, it's always great having you on the show. Continue that success. We'll catch up with you again on Friday's show, but a lot going on right now with the video series. Take it to the bank, and also it looks like you've confirmed as a guest on Jay's NFL show this week.
Yeah, make sure you guys are checking out Take It to the Bank every day on the Pick Dogs YouTube channel. Also, I'll be joining Jay on every Thursday that I can. Definitely every Thursday I can be there. I'll definitely be there, and then Monday, Friday on the drive-thru. So make sure you guys tune in every day and check it out.
Tune in, check out, and make sure you guys like, subscribe, set those notifications. Be live when we're live, because then you get the best numbers when you do that. All right, Brian, have a great rest of the week. We'll catch up with you on Friday.
All right, I was going to go catch the end of these Texas Rangers. They're letting me down here in my only premium baseball play, but that's okay. They've been my bugaboo all year, losing and losing, winning. You know.
Yeah, it's September. It's September. It's September, and the Astros, right? This is their time. This is their time. Possibly. Yeah. We'll see how it rolls.
Maybe we'll get a comeback here. We'll see.
Maybe so. About 6 runs. You're going to need 7 runs to win.
Oh, Jesus. Well,
yeah, Rod just put it up there. Home run 11-5 Astros. Update here from Rod.
Oh, Jesus.
Rod again.
Right. With the great. I hate the Texas Rangers. All right, I'll catch you later.
Catch you later. Brian Bitler here on the drive-thru. Guys, we'll continue on here on the show. David Racey up next. Catch him over at Pick Dogs Premium. We'll let you know about his written work you can find over on the sites as well. We'll bring in David also, but you can also catch him if he confirmed for the NFL show as well. Let's bring David in right now. David, what's happening?
Not much, Tony. I'm only a couple days away from watching my Lions go into Arrowhead and get a W.
How did we told you last year? Hey, your Lions are going to lead off NFL Thursday, right?
I know. Crazy. I don't even think we had a Monday night game last year, so we'll take the first game of the season. That's for sure.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot. I mean, they put you there. They think you're going to be a good team. Well, actually, division winners. You know, there's a lot of folks. We're seeing the issues with Green Bay. Minnesota's still going to be tough. I mean, I don't know what you feel about it. I hear the word lucky with Minnesota winning all these one-score wins, but there is some sort of skill when you need a score to win at the end, or you need a stop at the end. I don't know if that's luck.
Yeah, no, for sure. The Vikings will be probably good again this year. I'm just excited the Lions are in the conversation.
Yes.
It's been so long, my whole life really, since they've done anything. They haven't even won a playoff game in my lifetime.
That's right. You were born when Fonz was coaching. That was before your time.
I was born in '93, so
wow.
haven't seen a playoff victory yet.
Wow, that is some time ago. All right, here we go. Pirates would love to see back in the '70s when they were good. it's been a long. You know, you're worrying about the Lions. Look at this Pirates team. It's been brutal here, but they're going to be hosting the Brewers here. The Brewers expect big favorites here. Total 8.5.
Yeah, Brewers come into this one leading the NL Central by a few games over the Cubs, who did win today. So they need to get this W to keep pace with the Cubs. But I like the Brewers to pull away in this one, and I'm going to take them minus the 1.5 here. Milwaukee's won 11 of their last 14 games, and the offense has been red hot, scoring 5 or more runs in 11 of those 14. Brewers are starting Corbin Burnes today. He's allowed 2 earned runs or fewer in 9 of his last 11 starts. Burnes did have a couple of rough outings against the Twins and the White Sox, but other than that, he's been great in the month of July and August. On the flip side, the Pirates, they've struggled this season, but recently they have won 5 of their last 6. And the offense has woke up for the Pirates as well, scoring 4 or more runs in 6 straight games. Pittsburgh's going with Luis Ortiz in this one. He's allowed 16 earned runs in his last 16.1 innings of work, so he has really struggled recently. I just don't see him having much luck here today against the Brewers. In my opinion, Burnes is much better than Ortiz, so I'll take the Brewers minus the 1.5 here.
All right, we got David here on the Brewers. Laid the 1.5 here against the Pirates. And, yeah, you know, Burnes has pitched well, by the way. He's faced the Pirates twice this year. He's pitched pretty well against them, and of course, you're going to see a lot of them in these division games. And Pittsburgh, yeah, it's just Ortiz. Just can't get it together.
Yeah, and I was going to mention that. But yeah, you're right. Burns has had 2 starts against the Pirates. He's gone 13 innings. He's only allowed 3 hits and 2 runs in those 2 starts. So he's been lights out against the Pirates this year. And yeah, Ortiz has had his fair share of struggles. And he faces this Brewers lineup. And Milwaukee offensively, for the first few months of the season, was not very good, but they have woken up here. And I think they get to Ortiz in this one.
Yeah, when Woodruff came back, right? It just seemed that Burns found his form again. The good Burns showed up because he was really struggling with those strikeout numbers. We're not seeing the 30% plus, the elite level, but we're getting it up to 25%.
Yeah, and like you said, he struggled. I mean, to start the year, he was not himself. But in July and August, he's been absolutely lights out. And, and going into the playoffs, because Milwaukee should win that NL Central, they'll be a tough out, because they have a decent 1-2, pitching mix. And that's a tough out to get in the playoffs here when you run into some hot pitching.
Yeah, they've had some bad injury luck, I should say, in the recent years in the postseason where they had some big arms down or injured. But again, it always comes down when they face these playoff teams with these playoff rotations. They always seem to come really short with the offense. I mean, very short with the offense. We'll see if this can turn around because, man, you're sitting there, you're seeing a lot of 2-1, 3-1 games, and they're always on the wrong end of those things.
Yeah, exactly. You're exactly right. It seems when they need the offense the most, it just completely lets them down, especially over the last few years. But, they have the offense going right now, and we'll see if it can continue into next month.
There we go. We got David here, Brewers run line. They the run and a half, -115 here against the Pirates. This one begins here about the bottom of the hour. All right, David, let's take a look over at Pick Dodge for tonight's action. Of course, lots of action tonight here from baseball. 3 left on the board. We have that big football game. Finished a good preseason. Head into a big NFL season as well. What do you have going over at Pick Dodge Premium?
Yeah, tonight I have my MLB 3-pack, but that's going on right now in those afternoon games. So tonight I have my MLB Premium play, and I have a college football premium play in that Clemson Duke game. But head on over to Pick Dogs Premium, check what I have out for tonight, or if you're looking for more value, check out a long-term package. Had a real successful NFL preseason, and I'm looking forward to kicking it off with my Lions here on Thursday.
That's right, guys. Got it board with David Racey over at Pick Dodge Premium. Finished a great preseason, but also a good day yesterday. Last 24 hours, 200 units of profit. Of course, David plays up on the board tonight from baseball, college football winner, but maybe try out that 7-day pass. Got all of David's premium plays for 7 days. That covers all the baseballs for 7 days, entire week 1 NFL coverage, right? We got NFL here Thursday, Sunday, and Monday. College football for you here. Friday and Saturday are the 2 dates for 2 days of this week. So lots of action this year, a lot of football. That 7-day pass, a great value. Very popular purchase here on a Monday as you get the 7-day pass and use the promo code PICK. Save that 15% off. All right, David, is always great having you on the show. Continue that success. We'll catch up with you next week. But we can also going to catch up with you again on the NFL show this week. I know we confirmed that those days. And also, too, we can catch your written work over on the sites.
Yeah, I'm excited to sit down with Jay and talk NFL this week and every week here going forward. But yeah, if you're looking for some more free picks, head on over to pickdogs.com or sportschatplace.com. Click on the free picks tab, click whatever sports you're looking for, and you can get a free pick in just about every single game. Baseball's up between midnight and 3 a.m. Eastern time, and the football games are up about 2 days in advance. So head on over there to the sites, check out the articles. It's a great source of information, and you get a free pick out of it.
That's right, guys. So make sure you check them out. David Racey over on the sites and get on board. Sign up for that 7 days. All right, David, have a great night. We'll catch up with you next week. We'll catch up with you with Jay's show during the week as well.
All right, I appreciate it, Tony. Thank you.
You got it. David Racey here on the drive through. Let's continue on. Seeing people sign in right now. If you miss any pick, we will do recap at the end of the show. Stay tuned for that. Let's continue on here on the drive through. We know we have a limited card today, but we're going week 1 NFL coverage here next up with Jay. Catch him over at Pick Dogs Premium. Why not lead off with NFL here? As Jay's debuts his NFL weekly show here on the channel. And of course, there's a lot of other things going on here as well with Big Al and Mitch on Wednesday, and then of course they combined forces on Friday. So let's on the Friday show. Let's go ahead and get Jay in right now. Get ready to get his segment set to go. Jay, what's happening?
Tony T, what is happening?
It's going great. All right, here we go tonight. Bears and Packers Sunday football. late afternoon window here, 4:25 Eastern time. It's a close line here in this divisional game. Bears laying a point, total 44.
Yes, sir, man. This is going to be a very interesting game, and I was like, I'm starting my NFL show this week, so let's start the drive-through off with a bang, talking some NFL football. And like you said, this is going to be a very intriguing afternoon affair. We're going to see the Packers starting the season off without Aaron Rodgers for the first time in quite some time. So I'm very interested to see what Jordan Love and this team looks like now under Matt LaFleur. And I'm estimating that they're not going to look all that great. I'm not all that high on this Green Bay team. I think we see them struggle early. I think Jordan Love goes through some early growing pains. And I think Matt LaFleur probably struggled a little bit without Aaron Rodgers. You got to remember, we haven't seen this guy coach without a Hall of Fame quarterback in his career. So with all that being said, man, I love what the Chicago Bears did over the offseason with the acquisition of DJ Moore. I think Justin Fields in year 2 would definitely take a step forward. I think Matt Eberflus, their head coach, I think the team is buying what he's selling. And I think the Chicago Bears come out here week 1 and beat the Green Bay Packers, something that they didn't do a lot with Aaron Rodgers at the helm. But this is a different Green Bay team, and I like Chicago here early week 1. I think he's even favored for good reason.
All right, we got Jay here on the Bears -1 here against the Packers divisional game. With Fields here, running style quarterback. We continue that run. You know, the Bears, they pile up a lot of rushing yards, not much on the pass. These are divisional teams. They're going to see this. They're going to see, you know, Fields twice a year. You think there's got to be a little bit of change up in his game where these defensive coordinators are getting a pretty good read on him now. They've seen him now under center, and you think he's got to drop back a little bit more, get that ball in the air?
I do, and I think Chicago understood that, and I think that's why we've seen them towards the end of last year and in the offseason acquire more outside talent to help him. In DJ Moore, we saw them get Chase Claypool towards the end of last season. They still have Darnell Mooney. I think that they now have some weapons that will definitely help him on the outside where he doesn't always have to tuck it down and run the football. So we'll see if it translates. You know, I definitely think he has the better weapon group than a guy like Jordan Love, another young guy who I think, kind of like Justin Fields, doesn't have a great supporting crew in his first year under center. So we're going to see if he's going to be doing a lot of running around for Green Bay.
Yeah, that's the thing too, right? Rodgers' frustration was the talent surrounding him more so than a lot of the coaching. I think Rodgers' issues there with the front office trying to get him some weapons.
Yeah. So, and just because Rodgers left doesn't mean that they necessarily just acquired those weapons. I don't think they really did. I think they ended up losing. Lazard, I believe, left. So they got a young guy, Christian Watson, who's decent. But outside of him, everybody else, I think, they still have to prove it. So interested to see what Green Bay looks like.
Yeah, it's tough. You know, again, when you make this quarterback change, it's going to be tough to get those free agents. You know, Love a lot of question marks. I don't think these top flight free agents are going to want to, you know, be in that situation, right? So they're going to have to rely a lot on the youth and hope they get lightning in the bottle with their draft picks, with the undrafted free agents here or there. You need a lot to work for in your favor in these type of situations. Especially, it's going to be tough, especially when a legend leaves and there is still a backup with a lot of question marks. It's not a situation where you feel confident about the quarterback handoff, or you don't. So again, it shows in the roster build. All right, Bears laying the 1 here against the Packers here on Sunday. It's a late window here, 4:25 Eastern, late afternoon here. So this is going to get a lot of eyeballs over on the Fox. All right, Jay, let's take a look over at Pick Dodge Print for tonight's action. Of course, limited card here from baseball, about 3 games here. We got that Twins-Guardians game up, so 3 games left. A single game here from ACC action. Interesting one here with Duke and with Clemson. And matter of fact, Duke is being getting a lot of the late money here today in this game. Showing great results here to start college football. What do you have going on over at Pick Dodge Print? And you scored here. I don't think it was a premium, but you told everybody about that Colorado money line.
Yeah, it was my play of the day. I just took the 21, but of course I played it personally on the money line. And I tried to tell everybody I thought it was worth a shot to play it on the money line. So that was a great way to open up the weekend. If you caught the morning show this morning, man, it was probably a great show, man. It was me and Mitch got into it pretty good about Colorado. So if you didn't catch it, I mean, I would definitely go watch that on the archive. Great show today. But for sale today, man, all I have left is college football, man. I'm 4-1 on my college football best bet thus far this year, and trying to get to 5-1 with a play tonight between Duke and Clemson. So you can hop on that play over at Pick Dogs Premium. have some more baseball tomorrow. We had a lot of day baseball today. My Rangers just bullpen just continues to be atrocious, but it is what it is, man. Mitch and Chris will give me some heck about it in the morning when we go through and run through the cards. So that's what I got going on over at Pick Dog Premium.
That's right, guys. Get on board with Jay Briggs over at Pick Dog Premium. Great start here. College football season, last 24 hours showing good profit. So get on board. College football best bets for tonight. Or again, we're talking 7 days here on Monday. That's always the most popular seller because you got a lot of football here for 7 days. Your college football Friday. The Saturday card's monster because there's only one game Friday. We got wall to wall, early to late here with college football for that Saturday. So there'll be multi-packs up there. You know that. NFL starts us off here, even covers you into Monday Night Football. These guys like to get their picks in a little early on Sunday, so you get the Monday night coverage as well. So we got a lot of football here with that 7-day pass. Pick is a promo code to save that 20% off at that second or third or fourth capper with the multi-capper package. Even greater value there. All right, Jay, as always, great having you show. See that success. We're going to see a lot of work from you here as we start NFL season. Your NFL show is going to start up this week. You also do an NFL rundown. So lots happening over on the channel.
Lots happening, man. The football is back. It's out of the dog days of summer, and nobody's more excited than that than me. We've seen college football back, and NFL returns this week on Thursday. I'm starting my NFL show tomorrow afternoon, back with the live show. Still updating the cast, so make sure y'all tune in. But I'm looking to have 3 guests tomorrow, man, to start off the year with a bang. So make sure you're there. It's an updated show. No longer the show of old, so I'm pretty sure you guys are going to love it. I'm so super excited about it. So content all week. Hopefully I'm going to have Tony T here on there.
I will be on that one. Yep.
Yes, sir.
It works in my time. That's around the time. I'm wide awake at that hour. That morning I'm not awake. I'm snoozing at that. I don't go to bed till 3 in the morning. So my time. So this is perfect for me.
Yes, sir. So, bringing in all the guys, trying to get them in their best, talk a little football and as gear up for the week. There's a lot of football to talk and a lot of the great guys here at Pick Dogs to talk it with. So a lot of stuff going on for me here at Pick Dogs Premium. Super excited.
That's right, guys. Make sure you like, subscribe, set notifications. So when Jay's live, you're live with him. When these picks come to you, get the best numbers. Some of you guys like to handicap on your own. We'll just also put your mind together with the experts out here. We do this every day. So it's a great way to get your plays in by checking us out and comparing your notes there. All right, Jay. Have yourself a great evening. Enjoy the rest of the week, and we'll catch up with you tomorrow here on the show.
Yes, sir. See you then, Tony T.
You got it. Jay Briggs here on the drive-through. All right, let's continue on here on the drive-through. We're going over to the Skype world. We're going to get you a player prop here from college football with Mills. Catch him over at Pick Dogs Premium. We're bringing Mills right now. I think we'll be set to roll here. We'll get him set to roll here with Mills as we're going college football here on the Skype world. Bring him in right now. Mills, what's happening?
What's going on, Tony? It's money time over here.
That's right. Definitely money time. We've actually saw this line move down to 11 at the sharpest book in the world. There's been some buyback to 12. The market was pretty much 12 and a half. So we've just seen this buyback here within the last 30 minutes. But yeah, this had got down as low as 11 at the sharpest book in the world. And we're seeing this one bought back. So it looks like sharp money on both sides at this number. Clemson and Duke going head to head here. Clemson, the road favorite here of 12, total 55. But you'll be looking at this one a little differently.
Yeah, man. I think that number's coming down. People's feeling the underdogs, covering with everything that's going on this week in college football. And, Clemson, they ain't look good the last couple of games out last year. So I think people's just banking on that. But I ain't here to preach about the game or anything like that. I'm here to give you a player prop to get you on top. All right, let's get it. I'm talking about Jalen Calhoun, senior wide receiver, 62 receptions last year, 873 yards. I'm going to be taking him over 4 receptions. This is the thing that I love. He had 6 receptions versus UCF, 11 receptions versus Wake Forest. Tony, last year, guess how many games he played with only one? Guess how many games he had? It didn't come out right. He only had 1 game without 4 or more receptions out of all of his games last year, okay? So only 1 game he played where he didn't have 4 receptions or more. Okay, so in other words, he went over 4 receptions every single time except twice last year. I'm taking him over 4 receptions. When it comes down to it, the Clemson Tigers, these are numbers that you just can't get past. Last couple of games, the number 1 receivers on the opposite team going for 11 receptions, going for 9 receptions, going for 8 receptions. Double-digit receptions receivers are able to get against the secondary. So I'm not going to overthink it. Riley Leonard had 20 touchdowns last season, only 6 interceptions. That connection and chemistry is going to be valid game 1. So I'm taking Jalen Calhoun over 4 receptions.
There we go. Mills here. Jalen Calhoun over 4 receptions. Played all 3 seasons. This is his senior year, so he saw a lot of work in his freshman campaign. And 39 receptions to 56 to 62 last year. And one thing with this Duke team, Mills, a lot of returning starters here. They're loaded offensively. Right, quarterback coming back. They got the team fixed after the coaching change.
Yeah, man, they got a lot of starters coming back. I think it's like 9 starters coming back for them. If not, it's 5. But yeah, I mean, another thing about this team, 32nd in scoring offense last year. So, don't get it confused. This quarterback is going to run in the ball too. He had over 600 and some yards rushing. So I actually like him to get a rushing touchdown in this game as well. Riley Leonard, they didn't know what they had in him last year. They know what they got in him now. So I definitely look for him to, take this team a little bit further than what they was planning on going last year. Their coach is a defensive coach, and the offense was flowing wonderful last year. So, yeah, not going to overthink it. Jalen Calhoun, he's been looking like a cash cow for going over these receptions. Nothing changed too much. They didn't get a high recruited freshman or redshirt. They didn't get nobody in the transfer portal that's going to take his spot and, get that better chemistry with them either. So I like this spot a lot in there.
Oh, yeah, they don't need to replace his position. I mean, this is he's got 3 years worth of great work over there. Last year, 9.4 yards per attempt there, 9.8 the year before. So he's been a big play guy there. So that's the way to roll here with Calhoun. Over 4 receptions this game to start here at 8 Eastern time over on ESPN. All right, Mills, let's take a look over at Pick Dodge for tonight's action. Of course, we got baseball and we got college football. Last year was a great season for Mills. Off to, again, good start in college football here through week 1 here as we complete week 1 today. We got college football. We got some baseball. Head into a huge week. What do you have going on over at Pick Dodge Premium?
Yeah, man, looked at all the games today. I got my best college football play out there. Hey, it's only 1 game out there, so it ain't hard to read, But, yeah, man, you just got to trust your spots, trust your gut. The baseball games today, I liked some of them, but I didn't love them. You know what I mean? I liked them, but I didn't love them. I found a few spots that I maybe liked, but, hey, I went all in on college football today. So I got 1 play to get you paid. It's $15 for you guys to get your feet wet. Besides that, yeah, man, it's the perfect time right now. Everything's going on. You got NFL kicking off. I'm already getting to play for that Thursday game as well. So, hey, this is the best time. I'm looking at the baseball card for tomorrow. Those are games that I like. Me, if I don't see something I could bet on with my own money, I'm gonna look another way probably. Unless I could find a positive angle on it. And today I like some of the pitchers. Pablo Lopez over 5.5 Ks, stuff like that. But nothing sold enough on these teams. So go ahead and get my college NFL moneymaker for you.
That's right, guys. Get on board with Mills Young over at Pick Dog Stream. You see the great results here in college football. Great results last 30 days, nearly 400 units of profit. That's all documented over at Pick Dog Stream. Coming up a really good NFL preseason as well. So get on board with Mills plays tonight. But again, here we are on a Monday. You know what you guys like to do on Monday. That is get that 7-day all sports pass. All the Mills premium plays for 7 days. All this baseball, is college football, NFL. Are we looking at UFC this week?
Oh, man, we got UFC. Big pay-per-view. Izzy Alessandro versus Sean Strickland going on in Sydney, Australia.
There you go. So that 7-day pass will include all the UFC picks, MMA picks from Mills. So that's the perfect time to get on board with Mills for this week. All the football, all the baseball, college football, and of course the pay-per-view UFC event. Those UFC picks as well from Mills. So get on board. Use that promo code PICK at checkout. You'll save that 15% off. You can also add multi-cappers, even more savings there. Great value there. So get on board with Mills as well. All right, Mills, as always, great having your show. Continue that success as we get you back here on the Skype signal here. Have yourself a great evening. We'll catch up with you again later in the week. But, of course, we always catch your UFC rundown. And, of course, your prop videos and possibly catch you as well as an NFL show with Jay.
Yeah, definitely, man. I got the prop shopping for prop video out right now today. I got 2 college football props in there. The rest I got strikeout props. I've been including WNBA props on those. Those we've been hitting at a 72% rate. So I love that I got into that. But, man, I've been honing down this prop show, man, with hockey plays and baseball. Y'all know me. I'm not the hockey guy. I bet baseball, but I've been doing it all the way this time just to make sure that football comes around and I'm locked and loaded. So football's coming back around. I'm gonna have a lot of props for you guys, reception props and stuff like that. Besides that, UFC rundown. We killed it last week. Plan on doing the same thing. I'm gonna get this one out earlier for you guys, so that way we can beat the bookies over the head. And definitely, yeah, I seen this shout out. I seen the emails come out today for Jay's new show. I'm definitely gonna jump on there this week too to talk some football, give you guys some Jaguars insights, and of course, gotta love those Atlanta Falcons.
And those player props, right? Perfect in that NFL segment there. Share some of the props from Mills. Hard at work there. All right, Mills, continue that success. We'll catch you later in the week.
All right, man. You guys have a wonderful day, man. It's Monday. Go do something good today, man. You got the whole week to do something dumb. Go do something fun and good for yourself.
There you go. Enjoy the day. All right, Mills, have yourself a great night. Mills Young here on the drive through. Let's continue on. Guys, you miss a pick. We recap at the end of the show. Stay tuned for that. Continuing on the Clemson Duke discussion, it's James Clark. Catch him over at Pick Dodge Prim. James has been on absolute fire here on the sites, guys. You've been seeing the results here. Baseball's been monster here. Let's bring him in right now. James Clark, ready to roll. James, what's happening?
Not much, Tony. How you today, buddy?
Everything's going great. All right, we got James here, ready to roll here tonight. We're going to be looking here at some action here in did we say James is actually doing a football night, right? Clemson, right? We got the Clemson game. We're going to get that graphics fixed here in a second, so we'll get you set up here in this one as we're going to be looking at this Clemson and Duke game tonight. Interesting matchup here as they go ahead and decide to start some ACC action here between these teams, and we should get the graphic in here from college football. I think we got it set up to go here. We were talking about the money movement here. There has been some buyback in Clemson. This was 12 about 11, I should say, as we started the show. It's now up to 12 here at the sharpest book in the world. Most of them have 12 right now as we look at the market right now. Some 12.5 in some books as well. But anyway, the Clemson favorite here, we see the total sit at 55.
Yeah, guys, you look at these two teams, and both of these teams have brought back a lot of players from last year, from even 2 years ago. Clemson's has got some fifth-year seniors. Tackles is playing, defensive linemen is playing, that's come back because they seen what team they had last year to try to go for a national championship. And, Duke had a good year last year, 9-4, and, they brought a lot of players back, guys. But I really, when it comes down to who's going to win in the trenches, I really think Clemson's going to win this game by 12 or more, guys. Or 2 touchdowns or more, guys. I really do like Clemson in this game. I just think from top to bottom, they're a better team. I know Duke done really good last year, performed 9-4, come back with a starting quarterback that's really good. But I just think it's Clemson's defense and their offense. I just think, like I said, from top to bottom, Duke has lost 28 straight times when they're facing a top 10 opponent. And I look for 29. It's going to be 29 tonight, and I look for it to be. It might be close early. Both teams might get off to a slow start, but I think it's going to get ugly late. And I love Clemson minus the 12.5, guys, in this game.
All right, we got the play here from James here. Clemson laying here the 12.5, 12 actually in most books right now here against the Duke Blue Devils. I'm just kind of looking over at the schedule last year. No, I don't see, of course, ACC. You're not going to play every team. I don't see Clemson on the schedule. I don't see Florida State. So they kind of avoided some of the top tier teams there. And also their non-conference last year, because we're looking at Riley Leonard's, right? They beat Temple, they beat Northwestern, NC-A&T. They did go to Kansas, which was probably a team that improved. But it wasn't really that weak of a non-conference. Again, we're looking at their schedule last year, right? They weren't really tested until they went into Kansas.
Yeah, it's true. They had a couple, quite a few cupcake games last year to get them up to 9-4. Not to knock the Blue Devils, they do have a good offensive team. But I'm telling you, when you come up against pretty much a pro defense, pretty much what Clemson has, they have 3 or 4 players that could have went pro this year. And decided to stay in Clemson to try to win a national championship. I just think Clemson's defense is going to hold this Duke team down, and then the offense, Clemson's that running back Shipley that they got, I think he just tears Duke to pieces. Like I said, every game you've seen this the week 1 here and week 0, and everybody has started out slow. It was like every matchup, the under in the first half hit like 60%. So I see his team, both teams probably coming out slow, but in the second half, I see Clemson pulling away like Florida State pulled away last night. I just see the tougher team, the better team, and eventually they'll win by 2 touchdowns or more.
All right, we got James starting Clemson laid at 12.5 here against Duke. 12 actually is the number now in a lot of books right now. So if you do your shopping, again, especially in football, there's a lot. It's not like basketball where you get a lot of scoring. You better make sure you get the best numbers. Matter of fact, one of the sharpest books in the world, I would call them second here now, 11.5. So we're seeing some Duke money coming in here. Offshore, we're still seeing 12.5 in other places. So do your shopping here. This line is getting moved back and forth. I wouldn't be surprised if you see some limit increases because it looks to me the sharps are split on this one here because you're seeing the buyback when that number goes down. Here we go, Clemson 12 I should say here against Duke. This one have a start time here, 8 p.m. Eastern time. All right, James, let's take a look over at Pick Dodge for tonight's action. A few baseball games. We have the football as well. Look at James's record in baseball, 2,400 and 2,600 units of profit, all documented over at Pick Dogs Premium. Verify that by going to James' handicapper page. Go down to Pick History. What do you have going on over the site?
God, I had a 3-pack just to go off just a few minutes ago, but I got my best baseball play that I really love up. It's my 10-star winner. I think it's an easy winner. It's a play that I really love. Coming off of a monster weekend of 5-1 in college football, also 5-1 in MLB this weekend. So coming off of a 10-2 monster weekend. So guys, get this 10-star play, and after you get that, upgrade to 3, 7, or 30 days, guys. But if you look, guys, last year I was number 1 in NFL starting back, number 1 in MLB. Here I am again, number 1 in MLB. So if you want to look at the long term, the year package or the monthly package, and probably here in the next day or two right before the Thursday game, I'm probably going to have an NFL pack up for the whole season, all the way to the winner of the Super Bowl. I'll have that up, guys, for you. But just whatever pack you want, guys, or get the 10-star play tonight, an easy winner of that thing. Or every time I'm on a show, I say it all the time, we got the best cappers in the world, and we do by far. So team me up with any cappers that's on the show or on the site, and we'll put some money in your pockets.
That's right, guys. Got over with James Hark over at Pick Dog Cream. Great results here. 2,400, 2,600 units of profit in baseball this year. Also, nearly 2,000 units of profit. All sports combined. Last 7 days, over 1,000 units of profit. Great results from James. So get on board tonight with James. Plays up on the board tonight. 3-pack of baseball. But instead, you could probably go with the long-term passes. 1 month passes perfect. First 4 weeks of baseball. First 4 weeks of NFL. You got all your baseball until the wild card game in the playoffs, as well as all of James's college football for the next 4 weeks. Lots of action on that 1 month pass. Pick is a promo code. Save that 15% off. All right, James, as always, great having the show. Continue that success, and we'll catch up with you soon.
All right, Tony. Appreciate you having me on the show, and I'll see y'all guys in a few days. And let's cash it the easy winner of Clemson tonight, guys.
There you go, James here on Clemson. James Clark here on the drive thru. Guys, if you miss a pick, we recap at the end of the show. Stay tuned for that. Thanks to everybody in the chat room. Great contributions today. Blake, Ron G, good night. Munchie in there, Solo in there as well. Saucy Music. We got Mills, Rod in there. Money Milton in there as well. I Pay Me. I like that. And John Modica. I like I Pay Me. I like that name. All right, let's continue on here on the drive-thru. Let's welcome in Rod Zawacky. He pay you with some good winners, and that is our man Rod Zawacky. Catch him over at Pick Dog Stream. We'll bring him in right now. We're ready to roll here as we kick off another week here on the drive-thru. We'll bring in Rod. We'll get some peripherals in as well. Rod, ready to roll with Rod Zawacky. Rod, what's happening?
Hey, not too much. Enjoying this early baseball here and nice beat down here by these Astros. Woo!
Yeah, and
nice
then we saw, and then of course the Blue Jays have pushed across 2 now to take the lead at 5-3 here on Oakland. Oakland had a shot to win it at the bottom of the 9th. Runner on third, 2 outs. Runner on second with 1 out. Couldn't get the winning run in. Of course, they go to the. Of course, they're going bullpen, and now you're getting into the crust. You're getting into the really.
Now you're getting into the
crust. You're hitting the crust. All the horrible arms over there. You look how bad the ERAs are for this A's. For this A's bullpen, and here they're bringing them in right now. So we're kind of at the crust of the bullpen for the Athletics. They're having troubles.
they're having deep troubles trying to get out of this top of this 10th inning. They're in trouble here. They could give up a couple more before they even get to the bottom of the 10th inning.
Look
So
at these
they had
Twins.
their chance enough. As you said, bottom of the ninth, they definitely had their chance to roll one over on the Blue Jays, but fell short.
Looks like Giolito is having some troubles. You see the score right now, early score on that Guardians Twins game? 6-0.
Right?
Giolito. Giolito. And Giolito owned the Twins this year. Giolito owned the Twins this year. And so far, Cubs with the final there, 5-0 gets the win here. And of course, we talked about that Astros game. Astros showing the class here. And of course, again, they're still batting, by the way, those Blue Jays here in the top of the 10th here, still batting here. I know some of you guys with the run lines. That's a popular pick with the run line on the Blue Jays. They got the run line covered there. And the Red Sox put
The Astros just hit another home run. It's 12-5 now.
Wow. D-backs get it. You covered the run line for your run line bettors out there. They got it done. Because there's that early action there on the Twins. But here's one tonight. People, we kept. It'll be late night here with Orioles and Angels going head-to-head. As expected here, Orioles big favorites, minus 171. We see that total coming in here at 9.
Yeah, you look at this, and you know what? When you look at this, the Orioles probably should be favored more than the minus 171 that you see here. Anyways, Grayson Rodriguez getting the start here for this Orioles team on the mound. And he's been solid. Has 2-3 with a 1.8 ERA over his last 5, and definitely been solid. He's made 18 appearances this year, and he's pitched in 5 or more innings in 8 straight for these Orioles. Definitely a solid pitcher here. And if he can get to inning 6 here in this one, that'll be 5 premium starts for Grayson Rodriguez. So definitely give the edge to the starting pitcher to the Orioles in this one as well. Kenny Rosenberg's going to make his first appearance as a starter. Normally, he appeared a couple times in a relief role this season. So a little bonus. I think the Orioles get to him early in this one, and I like his under strikeouts. You can get Rosenberg's strikeout under 3.5 Ks, plus 115. I got it at just before I came on here. I think he struggles. I think the Orioles bats get to him, and then when you go to the bullpen, as I said, this Angels bullpen has not been good. 5+ ERA this year, and then over the last 10, it's gotten even worse. It's ballooned up to 7.64 ERA over the last 10 as this Angels bullpen. The Baltimore bullpen, sub-3 ERA, and well, the Orioles have also covered the run line in 5 straight versus any American League foe. We're going to take the Orioles here on the run line. No need to take it on the money line. I think they easily handle the Angels in this one. I might even extend a little bit to that, minus 2.5. I think the Orioles walk away with this one right from the opening pitch.
All right. Ron here on the Orioles run line, later run and a half, minus 119 here against the Angels. Of course, Giolito shipped out. The Angels made a lot of moves here to make room for some of these call-ups because you can only bring up 2 guys. It's no longer these 40 player limits now. You can bring up 14 guys, 15 guys anymore. They limit how many people you can call up here in September. So that's why you see a lot of these guys hit the waiver wire because you're trying to play some of your September call-ups, and this is one of the situations we're going to see how Rosenberg goes. But again, if he goes, the thing that's troubling here with the Angels has been their bullpen over their past 10 games, and ERA over 7.5.
Yeah, that's what I stated. Yeah, their ERA has been awful. 7.64 ERA over the last 10 games. Yikes! It's kind of like what the Texas bullpen is. They reverted back to what we've seen earlier in the year, giving up runs late. He held on for as best as he could, and then he got worked late in that one and in this one here. I think Rosenberg comes in, but I think this is a tough spot for him to come in and make his first start. I think the Orioles offense roughs him up here in this one.
Yeah, he went to Northridge Rosenberg. All right, here we go. Orioles run line, led the run and a half. Minus 119 against the Angels. This one here starts here at 9:38 Eastern Time. All right, Ron, we always look at peripherals here. We do have a game final now here, 41-28, with the R's covering that game here against the Tiger Cats going over the total. Top of the hour, Alex and Stan Peters going head-to-head. Looks like Stan Peters about 3.5 now, total 48.
Yeah, right. That line's come down. See, everybody, I like the Elks here. I think this is a closer game. So I'm not even going to take the points. I'm going to take the Elks on the money line. If you want, take the Elks plus the points. I think this is a 3-point game. Either way you slice it. This is a Battle of Alberta, Labor Day Classic. These are huge games. And you look, the Elks 1-4 ATS on the road this season. But you look, they are also Calgary 1-4 ATS at home. But this Elks team, they love to come to Calgary and play. They're 5-2 ATS their last 7 trips into McMahon Stadium in Calgary. It's gonna be a smoky day in Calgary. It's really smoky here outside my window, and I went and looked at some traffic cams and stuff in Calgary. Kind of had a little bit of dampness. It rained a little, and it's crazy smoky. Some fires from BC rolling in. So definitely that air quality is going to be a little bit tough for this game. You look at the Calgary Stampeders at home in their last 25. They're 7-18 ATS. They've only covered 7 of the last 25 games at home. Take the Elks on the money line. They win this year's Labor Day Classic in Calgary.
There you go. Rod says the win. All right, Rod. College football opening lines. Any games here for Saturday or even Friday that caught your attention here?
Ones that jumped out to me, like we see everybody in week number 2, these opening lines that popped out here. For me, the one that popped out the most is this Baylor line. Why did that line's flipped? Is this line moved? Somebody's injured or something?
I think Cameron Rising is the quarterback. Cameron Rising is the question mark, right? I don't think he's going to play. I think they're still going to have to go with the backups, right? Rising.
Right? So
yeah.
That line opened at, I see it, but right? And I like that. Baylor's awful. We seen Baylor got outrighted by Texas State. This Baylor team's in trouble this year. I watched that game, and they did not look pretty. And the way Utah played, even if Utah's quarterback doesn't start, we've seen when he came in and the backup quarterback there. I like Utah. Utah jumped out at me at less than a touchdown there. I figured that would be more -9.5, closer to 10. I think the Utes have no problem running over Baylor. But did all look good last week.
Here's one that looked interesting was that UCLA laying 13.5 at San Diego State.
Right? Doesn't that seem like a little bit light for UCLA? It seems a little bit light there for me. I would lay the points with UCLA. I
give them credit for holding that Grayson McCall down in Coastal Carolina. That offense, I expected a little bit more better showing from them. Oh, they are. They had that was the Heisman Trophy candidate a few seasons ago, but it's kind of went the other way. Of course, everyone's talking about this Colorado-Nebraska. It looks like Colorado is settling about 3.5 against Nebraska.
Right? And can Nebraska score enough? And then Colorado's D is in question. Sure, Colorado got the win, but their defense still gave up 42 points. And but can Nebraska keep up with scoring? If Colorado scores anything like they did against TCU, this is a cakewalk. I would lay the -6.5 with Colorado. Extend that line out, and they win by a touchdown plus with Colorado.
He looks for that. Now, the team that beat Baylor last week was Texas State. They're going into UTS. Frank Harris had a bad game. He had 3 interceptions in that Houston. Houston's offense did nothing there. But Texas State's going to be a dog here, about 11.5. We're seeing 12 in some places. Texas State, the Bobcats, after that big upset, are going to be big dogs on the road at UTSA.
Right, and I kind of like that. I like the Bobcats here, plus 11.5. UTSA blowing the Bobcats out. I don't know. The Bobcats look pretty good. I think they can hang there with UTSA. I don't think they're going to win an upset back-to-back weeks. I think UTSA wins that one, but I think the Bobcats can hang, and I would take the 11.5 there early look.
Pac-12 opener here for USC and Stanford. Stanford had a better than what people expected them to cover. Right, we've talked about that, right? Stanford here going to go into USC in the Pac-12 opener. USC is now 29.5 point favorites here at the Open. We're seeing a total about 69.
Yeah, I would lay that with USC. I think they're that good. And sure, Stanford, they look good going into Hawaii, but we've seen what Hawaii's defense, it's definitely not the greatest defense going. Stanford is bigger, and they run. They're going to play that up paced, and that's what they did, and they scored some. But can they keep pace with USC? I think that defense is a little bit more improved than what we've seen last year from USC, and I think they were able to slow down Stanford enough. I think they easily win by 35, 36, maybe 38, somewhere in that number. I would lay the points with USC in that one.
There you go, Rod.
The other one that jumped out to me that I think is just way, you know what's way too many? I would lay the plus 40.5 that you're seeing with UNLV. You know what? I would lay the points. Michigan, they just want to get through these first few weeks without their coach, and I don't think they're looking to run it up on anybody. as we've seen this week, they definitely weren't looking to run it up at all. They just wanted to get the win and move on to the next week.
Yeah, and
so I would lay it with that. I think people look at that Houston or Michigan's going to run right over them. I would take the points. You're going to give me 40.5. I'm in.
Yeah, here's a big line move. Wisconsin from 3.5 to 6.5 on the road against Washington State. That's a big move there.
Right? What? Yeah. That's a tough one there.
That's a tough
Washington's
one.
on the road has not been good.
Wisconsin on the road at Washington State.
They played their best. Yeah, Washington State.
That's a big move there.
They played their better ball at home than what they have on the road.
Yeah, coming off that win against Colorado State. We'll see how Wazoo does. Pac-12 teams had a pretty good week last week. We'll see how that holds here. We got a lot of them in some high-profile games here coming up.
Pac-12 was 12-0 or
yeah.
something. I thought I was getting Pac-12 12-0 to start the season.
Yeah, they were there indeed 12-0 to start the season. And got a good start for the Pac-12. All right, Rod, let's take a look over at Pick Dogs for tonight's action. We've got baseball as well as that college football game heading to a big weekend. Look at Rod's good start to college football. What do you have going over at the site?
And for me, as I had my 10-star play of the day go off in MLB. We hit that with the Houston Astros. I got tonight's play left in the college football Gridiron Crusher. You can scoop it up singly. My solo play left in today's action. Looking to hit my 5th straight premium play. So jump aboard, grab something long term. I also have Thursday's game up there already in the NFL. Can't wait for the kickoff of NFL. So jump aboard. Lots of action this week. Now's the time to get a week pass, and you get everything I got going this week. We've still got MLB going. Don't forget that. We're not going to forget all the data that we've accumulated over the season to still find some winners in spots. So definitely not going to forget about the MLB. We got lots of NFL coming up and more college football. Loving this week's action.
Yeah, looks great here. Get about Zawacky over at Pick.com. Great start in college football. Get on board with the long-term passes. 7 days is always a popular one here on a Monday. All your football, all your baseball. 5 months of data in baseball. That's not going to waste, guys. We're going to put that into work and get you some winners. And, of course, head into the postseason as well. All right, Rod, as always, great having your show. Continue that success. We'll catch up with you again on tomorrow, but we always can catch you on the weekends. Of course, we'll catch you as well on the Jays NFL show as well.
Yeah, definitely lots of places to catch me. Either be on the drive-through Jay's show on the weekend. Definitely love to find spots to give out winners. So definitely appreciate everybody that tunes in. Hit that like button. Not everybody's got to buy premium plates, but we appreciate those that do. And if you don't, smash that like button. Costs you nothing. Helps us out a ton.
Absolutely, guys. Hit that thumbs up, likes. We greatly appreciate that. All right, Rod, have yourself a great night. We'll catch up with you again tomorrow.
Hey, thanks, everybody. You have yourself a good night, and we'll catch you tomorrow. Go Elks!
Elks! There we go. Elks, they're out right there. From Rod Zawacky. All right, let's continue on drive-thru. Guys, if you missed a pick, we'll recap here at the end of the show. Stay tuned for that. Let's continue on here on the drive-thru. Time for my game. I'm not doing baseball here. I'm going to actually be doing the college football game. So let me go ahead and change that graphic for you. We'll be looking at this one here between Duke and Clemson here. We'll be getting you a total here. Let me see where my screen is here. I got to find where my graphic is, and we can get that in there corrected. So we're going to go ahead and put in this. Oh my goodness, we got the A's cut it to 1 here with a home run, so they're down 6-5. So your run line guys on the Blue Jays did not like that 2-run home run here by Oakland. So it's 6-5, bottom 10th. Oakland batting with no outs, so down 1 run in that one. But let me go ahead and get the graphic corrected here. It won't take you very long to get that in there. All right, here we're going to look at this Clemson and Duke game tonight here, and we're going to be looking at the total here, and we're going to be going over 54.5. I show the screen shows 55, but let me see if there's what the line looks right, where it reads right now. Let me pull it up here. 54.5 in many places. Yeah, you can find 54.5 in a lot of places. Do your line shopping, get the best numbers here. We're going to go over total. Again, Duke with the return of starters here offensively. I think that's been a big, one of the reasons here for the play. We've seen their top running backs come back, their top receivers. Riley Leonard's returned, 4 starters back on the offensive line. A lot of experience there offensively, although they do have experience defensively in the front 7. But again, Clemson, the quarterback, double swinging his 16th year. The team had a really good offensive showing last year. Despite the quarterback issues, they got that corrected here last season with Kate Klubnik. He's back for his sophomore season with 4 of his starters on the O-line coming back, and 6 starters in the back 7. But still, we're going to look at the total here. Leonard, 64% completion rate, 7.6 yards per attempt. He was very accurate to close last year, and again, a lot of experience for him. The Duke played well at home, so we'll go ahead and take this over here, over 54.5 with Duke and Clemson. All right, guys, check out Pick.com. We got a best bet on the board right now. Get my best bet for Major League Baseball. Of course, you can also get on board with my long-term pass, my 3, 7, or 3rd-day all-sports pass. Get all my premium plays for that time period you select. When you go to my handicapper page and make that purchase, remember the promo code PICK at checkout. You'll save 15% off all my passes there. Long-terms are the best value there over at Pick Dogs. All right, let's continue here on the show. Let's go ahead and let's get to the recap. All right, Brian got to start with the Padres laying the minus 121 against the Phillies. David liked the Brewers run line, lay the run at half, minus 115 here against the Pirates. Jay was on the Bears here, lay the point against the Packers. Mills like Jalen Calhoun, over 4 receptions for Duke against Clemson. James says Clemson laying 12 against Duke. Rod says run line with the Orioles, lay the run at half, minus 119 against the Angels. I'll be Clemson Duke over 54.5. The play I like the most, I like Rod's pick here on the Orioles against this fallen Angels team that has had many issues to this year. All right, I'd like to thank everybody in the chat room, as we said. Solo, Good Night Munchie, Ron G, Blake, Ron Elson in there as well. Damien Betts in there. John Modica, I Pay Me. Shout out to you guys. Mills, Money Million. Appreciate everyone's contribution. Remember, to always get started here every day here at 10:30 a.m. Eastern time during the week with the morning show. You got Jay, you got Chris, and of course you got Mitch. Mitch's 7 picks in 5 minutes. Betting Tools Show, his professional roundtable. Jay's with his NFL rundown, NFL live show as well here on the channel. Chris with his home run prop video series. We got Ron Romanelli with his Major League Baseball rundown. Of course, we got Nick Menken, Nerfies, Your Fees, Brad with his parlay of the video of the day, Mills with his prop videos of his day, UFC rundown as well. So lots of content here, guys. So make sure to subscribe to our channel to get the plays in no time. All right, that's going to do it for our show. Let's go ahead and bring in our crew from tonight. We goodbye, guys. You guys have a great afternoon, evening.